We're going to go from this to this. But I'm actually shooting this like 2 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks after I did that torch video. You can see there is still almost nothing here. Grass wise, there are some seeds that have started to come up. You can see where I had torched, some of the stuff is still here. But for the most part, nothing's growing. There's a few of these little things. If I went through here with a torch right now, I would just have to hit these for about 10 seconds. They'd be gone. It would dry them out and burn them off altogether. And then you can see little pieces of grass here and there. And then this is like moss. This just kind of sits wet right here. It's kind of a little low area. Okay, now do it all over again.
Veal, breadcrumbs, bacon, and it's going to be Brussels sprouts. They're just coming up to temp. Red cabbage, it's sweet and sour, tangy, french fries.
What's under there?
This is fries as a side.
Ooh, it just totally smoked the lens up. What's this one?
This is the finished product. What they look like.
Yeah, that looks good. Very nice. Why are these? How'd you get these warm already?
I threw them in the microwave.
Oh, got it.
Just to kind of take the shell off and mix it with the bacon and bacon grease.
It's gonna be awesome. And that's what it actually looks like when it's done. Veal.
Waiting for the knock to knock me out. Waiting for the knock to knock me out. Waiting for the knock. Coco, arrest me. Waiting for the knock to knock me out. Waiting for the knock to knock me out. Waiting for the knock. Coco, arrest me.
Monday morning, it's going to be a hot one. It's already about 80 degrees out here. Ground is dry and dusty already, even after all the rains we've had the last couple days. Tim's out here on the four-wheeler dragging the tine rake or the scarifier. I'm not sure what that thing's called. It's a big chain with a bunch of spikes. It's about 6 feet wide by 4 feet for smoothing out the ground, and it's basically just breaking all this up because he's about to go across and seed it. We have 400 pounds of ball field fescue comes in this temperature real well, we'll reseed it behind with Bermuda and a few other things in a couple months. But right now, break the ground up, smooth the ground out, bring the rocks to the top. We'll pick up anything big, seed it over, and then cover it in straw and pray for rain. We'll actually sprinkle it in some places, but just getting everything ready. July 17th is the party here, and if we have hundreds of people here, inevitably it will rain and we will have mud everywhere, which is why we keep gravel everywhere. I've been coming through every night, little areas, well, big areas, but we have a lot to do. I've been coming through and just torching the weeds, and they come back. Like, I torched this whole area and there's already weeds coming back, so it's a never-ending deal. There's as you're torching what's there, there's always more seeds in the ground, but once you do it a few times, it kind of controls it for the year. Otherwise you got to chemically control it. So nice out here, getting hot. It'll be too hot. Well, I mean, you totally could, but it would be uncomfortable to work out here pretty soon. So once the sun goes down on the other side of the building, we'll be back out on this side. And then this evening, I'll work a couple hours out here. I've got some more plants to put in. I need to cage up these tomatoes before they get any bigger. And I've got some more beds to put soil in. So bites at a time, bites at a time. It all adds up though. We produce enough trash that we have the big dumpster from Waste Management. And oftentimes it's filled by Tuesday, which is today, while they're taking it. Imagine if you had to do something with all that trash yourself. Now, if systems shut down, you obviously wouldn't be making as much trash, but just stop and think for a minute, convenience-wise, what you put in the trash in the dumpster that you could use other places. Just a thought. I think I'm running out of fuel. To the reserve. So my seed trays came in. So these are the seed trays, Modern Grower from Kevin, that I was waiting for, my sprouting trays. As you see, they have these slots on the sides right here. So they get oxygen right there. So the hair roots will grow out and it'll develop the roots of the plant a little bit better when you're sprouting them up, when you're starting them. And these things are super, super durable. Check this out. That's me standing on them with all of my weight. So these things will last you forever.
Catch a freight train rolling for free. This mojo will never come clean. On the fence you're begging.
Why do you think they coat this seed blue?
I don't know, the last batch you had for out front, it wasn't blue. But it seemed to pop up a lot faster.
Huh. Does anybody know the answer to that? The coating on seeds, why they is it color coded, or is it just that the fertilizer that's in the coating maybe makes it that color, or does it denote something? So Tim's come through here, dragged everything, pulled all the big rock out, and now he's just seeding with the push behind seeder here, which is probably a pretty big area to be doing with that tool, but it's the one that we have right now. Walk behind seed broadcaster, I think that's what that's called. we're still holding a lot of water back here, so we got mud back there, so I'm not going to go back that way. Just with the amount of rain we've had and the sun, the grasses have really popped up here. Some of these are 24 inches tall. I usually mow back here a couple times a year. But I think we're gonna put I think we're going to put sheep and goats back here, so I'm kind of just letting it grow up. And here's the lower pond, the back pond. Pretty full. It's right at the culvert. It's probably 6 inches under the culvert. Something out in the water there. Looks like a snake. It's probably just the head of a turtle. Burn pile for the 4th of July. Scratch that. Burn pile for the party on July 17th. Firewood pile, we're going to relocate that.
Try so hard to waste it all, waste our love before it's gone. And just like kids are cheating death, we lose our minds and hold our breaths, and cut right through the glossy layers, with no time for empty prayers. Always someone to defeat, but no surrender, no retreat. It all, waste our love before it's gone. You aimed right at my blue suede heart. Still alive, I count my stars. And this is how we live and learn before the bridges burn.
Monday afternoon. It's probably about 1:30, 2 o'clock. Tim has drug all of the outer field out here that we're about to seed. By we, I mean him. He does that. I say we. He gets all the credit. Seed is down. Seed is down all over. I don't know if we have any seed left. I know this was 400 pounds of seed out here. And it's everywhere. Everywhere you look, you see seed here. So I think right after the seed, he's going to take all the straw bales, which are covered up under the tarp right there, and it gets flaked out here. I don't know if he has some special method for that. I have a feeling it's just throw it, kind of. You know, they have a machine you throw bales in and it just shoots them out, it grinds them up, but we don't have one of those machines. So everything out here that's dirt has seed on it now. He's now using that drag rake behind the four-wheeler and scratching up all the gravel, and it's bringing the gravel up really well. Where it's compacted, it's working really well. There's an attachment for tractors that has a kind of a blade and then a double blade. A box blade moves a lot of material. This thing kind of drags, picks it up, and then the second blade spreads it all out. Don't know what this metal rod goes to. Hopefully nothing that belongs to the four-wheeler or anything. But out here at the lower pond, because it's the lower point of the property, the back side, the back pond. See, we're still holding water in a few places here. So it was full. We're down probably about 12 inches from the major rains. It was so full that it was actually up over our drains and up halfway into our culvert. So the water evacuated out very well. And our grass is growing. Every place we have grass down, all the way back there in the shade and all across the dam, our grass is coming in really well. So the hope is, I don't know what the date today is, but the hope is by July 17th, we have some kind of semblance of grass out here. Because inevitably, if we have a bunch of people on the property, of course it's going to rain if we have plans that require lack of rain. So we'll also bring in a tractor at some point, push this pile a little more forward here, and burn that off. I think that's what we're going to do with it. Really, I want to chip it, but I don't think we have time to chip it up. Just the manpower required to chip, create wood chips is just enormous. But we need to get it moved someplace, because that's the shooting berm where everybody's going to shoot. So that needs to be addressed. And it'll be nice to have much more distance to for them to shoot. So here's our pile of hay bales, straw bales, and I think we are 60 bales maybe. I'm not sure how many we have. I'll have to look back at the last video, but you can see where he's run over with the rake, and it's bringing all the big gravel back up. It's really doing good. It looks like we just spread gravel, which is awesome. That's just perfect. Gravel's expensive. It's about $1,000 every time a dump truck comes in here, and when we get it, it's usually 2 or 3 dump trucks. But this is just scarring it up and bringing all the big material back up, which is what we need to happen. It looks like we literally just dumped gravel everywhere here. Looks brand new. That's great. Of course, I'm breaking my rule about not having my new shoes on out here, because inevitably something will happen. I'll end up in mud. That worked well. That worked good.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it took all that water to shit out the driveway.
Yeah, it looks like you just put fresh gravel down.
All the dust on their cars.
Well, they should probably keep their windows rolled up. I mean, we tell them all the time.
Tried to go slow.
So this is banded with metal bands, and we think we're going to catch it with this chain, and we're just going to leisurely slide it out of here. But this is how Tim loses a finger right here.
Yeah, I think I'll see.
It'll still get your finger.
I'll never know the truth behind why you arrested me. Waiting for the knock to knock me out. Waiting for the knock to...
I'm always the guy that's like, okay, watch out, when that band pops, it'll cut you in half. And I'm also, there it goes, and I'm also always the guy that's right there when the band pops.
We almost made it.
We're closer than we were. What do you think? Think we can just drive forward and they'll fall off? I don't think so. You little motherfucker. Maybe some of them will. is about 1 mile into this drive. This trailer will be nice and clean.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me jump out of here. All right, back we go. Do you know why you're going? In case we have to load all that shit by hand. We get back there and they're like, oh, it's lunchtime. All the guys are gone.
Waiting for the knock, Coco arrest me. Waiting for the knock to knock me out. Waiting for the knock to knock me out. Waiting for the knock, Coco arrest me.